Hello, Placentia community. This is Eric Holmgren, your ambassador at large, and today I am chatting with Linsey and Leah of TheDoubleKnot. So, how are you ladies doing today?
Great, beautiful day.
Fantastic, beautiful day
Terrific.
in the neighborhood.
So, tell me a little bit about TheDoubleKnot. What do you do at TheDoubleKnot?
TheDoubleKnot is a wedding and event planning and coordination team. So we specialize in weddings and special events, but we can help you plan from maybe moment of engagement all the way, or we can come in the week before your event and help you execute it, and so you can enjoy and host and not be the host of your own event and enjoy your investments and stuff. So
Cool. How long has TheDoubleKnot been around?
We've been around for 16 years, believe it or not, doing this since we started it at Cal State Fullerton's entrepreneurship program.
Oh, very interesting. So that is the origin of it, was that. And then what prompted you to go into like event and wedding planning?
We rolled around with some ideas for a while, but I don't know if you remember J-Lo in the Wedding Planner movie.
Oh, okay.
that opened up a whole industry for us. We're like, doctor, dentist, lawyer, weddings. And then we were like, what? There's a lot of facets to a wedding. It's a big team effort. So we kind of played in some categories, but we really were amazing at details and logistics and being that perfectionist. And that really brought us to be the coordinators that we are.
Okay. Well, cool. That's very interesting. So then this is your first business?
Yeah, I guess so. We kind of been doing it alongside other jobs as we grew the
Okay.
business slowly. And so now we're just stay-at-home moms who do this, to keep ourselves busy and give us a little bit of something to do while taking care of our kiddos.
Okay, that works out well.
Yeah.
So as far as with the TheDoubleKnot, how did you come up with a name for the TheDoubleKnot then?
It's a funny story.
Yeah, I'm trying. Well, we always think back of who was the one who actually came up with that, but because we were twins. We're twins. Yes, we're twins and sisters, and we had an uncle that was called us the Double Mint Twins.
Okay.
And because of the
Oh,
commercial,
yes, the
and we'd have to
yeah.
kiss him on the cheek at the same time, like in the commercials did, and we were like, ah. But as we grew up, we were like, we help people tying the knot, so we ended up being the Double Knot Twins, and
Okay.
so yeah, we help people tie the knot without doing a lot with a double knot.
There you go. Good. Lots of alliteration there.
Yeah, we have
Good,
fun
good,
with
good.
it.
So cool. So with the TheDoubleKnot, is there anything that you specialize in, or is it just weddings or any sort of event that you'll do? What are some particular?
We do like 90% weddings because that's the type of event where you really want to sit back and enjoy and not be worrying about all the major facets that, think of us as like the stage production managers of a theater production. There's 20 vendors sometimes in the scope of everything working together in like a 6-hour time frame. So weddings are the most detailed of events, so you need someone to manage that. We have done, anniversaries and birthdays and, different events, but, most of the time, weddings are where we're needed the most.
Yeah, because in weddings, you're not just coordinating vendors to perform for the bride and groom. You're helping the bride and groom perform and cue in and come in and out or get ready or get dressed or fix things. You're coordinating 20 bridesmaids and groomsmen together to come in and behave and hold on, be in this room, be in that room. You have 5 minutes to go potty and then come back. Like this is all stuff that we have to watch. We watch it and everybody coordinates this big, it's a big feat. And that way their investment in photo video for the rest of their lives. So that one moment that matters is really, really well remembered and enjoyed. And
not late.
Yeah.
So then you help them with like finding the photographer and the videographer and the cake maker and all of that stuff, or they can find people and then put you in touch so that way everything's all coordinated.
Exactly. Yeah, if we're coming in for the day of services, they would hand things off to us literally 10 days out and say, here's what we plan, here's our plan of action, here's our vendor list, and then we execute all their plans. Or we could come in as soon as they start planning and guide them through and picking the right vendors, help them, find those red flags and make sure they pick good vendors that works with their puzzle. And we do have preferred vendors we love working with, so it makes it really easy for couples to know that they can trust somebody that we've worked with over and over again versus just kind of finding someone that they Googled.
Right.
So it depends on where they want us to jump in.
But yeah, I think our biggest gold ticket is we have a really amazing detailed timeline that we come with the couple. We bring all their contracts together, all their timelines, all the things onto one timeline, and it's very detail oriented. And then our contact page, our floor plans, those kinds of things. When you walk into a room and you're like, I don't know what to expect or how to make a floor plan out of this, that's what we're really good at. We can take care of it and write it all down and hash it all out, and then it's a plan. And that's where we become really good at what we do.
Well, good. Well, 16 years, I would think that you'd be veterans by now.
Yeah,
So
down to a science.
Exactly. Well, cool. Well, as you know, with our chamber chats, one of the things that we want to try to do is share some business wisdom with our fellow chamber members and the community. So what's like a business challenge you guys have had, and how have you guys overcome that?
Yeah, so I think maybe like 8 or 9 years ago now, I guess you could say, it was just the two of us running a business together, and then we hit a lot of issues with like pregnancies and bed rests, and then we hit it again in COVID, and somebody catches COVID. So sometimes we can tell a couple, yeah, we'll both be there on your event day, but then something could happen and one of us can't make it. And so we have to have, and we've learned to make sure we have a plan with having assistants trained in our ways and having strategies to be able to reach out to a community. And so networking and building a community around what you do, so you can have those backup plans ready to go, are so pivotal, because life happens.
Life happens, yes. And yeah, we've trained our assistants to, even if we have to switch places with them on the event day, like I'm supposed to be doing this job and you're supposed to be doing over there, but they know all the positions and all the things, so that if we did have to switch positions, it wouldn't be like, oh gosh, let me explain what I was going to do, because they already have the plan. So our assistants are more than just like a minion that helps us throughout the day. They know the plan enough to like switch places with us.
Okay. Good. So how do you normally find your assistants, as far as from the hiring point of view, and then from the training point of view?
Yeah, I mean, our assistants are people who have their own wedding planning company businesses, so they help us with some events, and we help them. So they are planners and coordinators just like us. So we have a lot of networking in the industry. So whenever we have an inquiry where we're booked and we only have one team, we can't do more than one in a weekend, we try not to, and so we have friends in the industry who we trust that would take care of that.
Okay.
So we kind of have a network of community coordinators.
So it's the sort of thing that you help them out when they're in a pinch, and vice versa.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
As opposed to you have a staff that you've hired and whatever else kind of thing. So it's basically just the two of you.
Yes.
And then when there's an issue, then some of your fellow colleagues in the industry can help out.
Exactly.
Well, that's very good. How did you come about meeting and basically developing a rapport? Because a lot of times businesses are like, you're my competitors, I'm not going to talk to you. So tell me about how this process worked for you guys.
It is very important. There's a huge community over competition in the wedding industry. So I actually run a big networking group too with wedding professionals, where we all come together. There might be 20 DJs in one room, and 15 coordinators all in one room, and we meet and greet and get to know each other and share ideas and help each other out. And we've been doing networking for the entire 16 years plus probably, to build and meet people that we work well with. And I think that networking really, really helps. And you just got to be don't be afraid to approach someone who does exactly what you do, because one day you're going to need each other. And I think everybody really needs to understand that. It's not just about you being the best, it's about you taking care of the brides that you can. And because we can't do every wedding every weekend. There's a lot of people getting married every Saturday. We can only do one. And so we have to make sure we help each other out to be the teams for all the brides out there.
Okay. The industry, yeah, definitely community over competition.
So is that something that seems to be something unique in the wedding industry community, or is that something that you guys have worked to try to foster locally in the area?
That's a good question.
That's a great
I feel
question.
like a lot of industries could also use that theory, because I'm sure they can't help every single customer. So whether in construction, I'm sure there's a day where you're like, oh my gosh, I need a construction person and my guy's booked. I'm sure they've got to know someone in the community that kind of got their back so they can get the job done. So I'd imagine it would apply to lots of different industries.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, well, good. Well, before we wrap things up, is there anything else you'd like to share with our friends out in the Placentia community?
I would say, what do you want to add? When you're doing an event and you really want to enjoy it, you're spending a lot of money. I know you guys all have seen how the industry has grown. It's not just something your mom and sister and aunt can do. Let them enjoy their event too, because most of the time weddings are for the family too. So I always say hire a professional so you can truly enjoy your event. What else do you want to add?
Yep, you can read all of our 5-star reviews. We have 100% of our reviews are 5-star reviews because you can tell the major difference a bride and groom and a family has at the end of an event when there's a coordinator taking care of things. It is tenfold different than somebody who doesn't have a coordinator, and so you can see it in the way they talk about their wedding 10 years, 30 years, 50 years down the line. So it's a major investment, but it is so worth it.
Really
so.
gets your marriage started on the right foot.
Yes.
You know
Good.
There
I
you
also
go.
feel I have a part in all the cute little babies that happen.
No guarantees for the longevity of it, but at least you
Yeah.
did your part.
We
I see
did
them
what we
happy and
could.
They go forth happy.
There you go.
So
Well,
true.
on that happy note, I will say thank you both for coming down. It was fantastic to chat with you and to learn more about your business and the origin of your business. I mean, Cal State Fullerton's program really got you guys launched. That's
Did.
exciting.
Did.
So,
Thanks.
very good.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. And for everybody out there in the Placentia community, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode. Be well.
Bye.